You're staring at this screen because something in you knows you're failing. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. There's a war happening inside you right now, and you haven't even noticed. 3 silent battles that determine whether you will truly live or simply exist until you rot. Most people lose all 3 before turning 30, and the worst part is they don't even know they were fighting. So listen carefully, because what you're about to discover here wasn't taught in school. Your parents never told you, and it's probably the reason you're still stuck in the same place you were 5 years ago. The first battle is against the voice in your head. That voice that tells you tomorrow will be different, that this time you'll actually do it, that you just need a little more time. A lie. That voice is your most lethal enemy, and you feed it every day with excuses wrapped in hope. It has convinced you that planning is the same as doing, that thinking about change is enough. It isn't. As you read this, that voice is already searching for a way to neutralize what you're learning. It'll tell you this is interesting, that you'll apply it later, that you need to finish other things first. It's a trap. Nietzsche expressed it brutally. Man is the only animal that trips over the same stone twice and blames the stone. You are that man. You've spent years tripping over the same internal narrative, and you still think the problem is external. But here's what you don't want to hear. That voice isn't yours. It's a collage of inherited fears, swallowed opinions you never chewed, and traumas you don't even remember how you got. It speaks with your tone, uses your words, but it doesn't represent you. It is the echo of every person who told you you couldn't, of every failure you turned into identity, of every time you chose comfort over truth. And the most messed up part is that you trust it more than yourself. When you have an idea, that voice shows up first. When you want to take a risk, it stops you. When you try to grow, it reminds you why you shouldn't. It is your most loyal guardian and your most effective executioner. The paradox is brutal. The protection it offers is the same prison it builds. Think about the last time you wanted to do something different. Change jobs, start a project, end a toxic relationship, anything. What happened? That voice gave you 1,000 reasons to stay still. It convinced you it was risky, that it wasn't the right time, that maybe later. And you obeyed. You always obey. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We are what we repeatedly do." So what are you? A slave to a voice that isn't even real. The solution isn't to silence it because you can't. The solution is to recognize it, to see it for what it is. Noise. When it shows up, thank it for its opinion and move anyway. Act despite it. That's the first battle. You don't win it by eliminating the voice. You win it by denying it control. Every time you do something it tells you not to do, you gain ground. Every time you move with fear, instead of waiting for it to disappear, you advance. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action despite fear. And here's the trick no one tells you. The voice weakens with every victory, but it never disappears. Learn to coexist with it, knowing it doesn't command. The second battle is against time. You think you have a lot, but you've already lost half. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being real. Human beings live as if they were immortal until one day they realize they aren't. And by then it's too late to recover what was lost. Seneca made it clear centuries ago. It's not that we have little time, it's that we waste a lot. And you've wasted an obscene amount. How many hours have you given to things that don't matter? How many days have you sacrificed on the altar of distraction? How many years have you let pass waiting for the perfect moment that never comes? Time is not a renewable resource. Every second that passes is a second that will never return. And yet, you treat it as if it were infinite. Here's the truth that paralyzes you. You don't know how much time you have. You could have 50 more years or 50 days. You don't know. And that uncertainty should terrify you enough to move now. But instead, you use it as an excuse to postpone. You think that because you don't know when it ends, you can afford another day of mediocrity. Wrong. Death doesn't warn, and when it comes, it won't care how many plans you had. The greats of history understood this. They lived with urgency, with the certainty that every day could be the last. You live as if you have a guaranteed extension, and that's why you're still in the same place. But the battle against time isn't only about death. It's about the life you waste while waiting. Every day you don't act is a day you give to mediocrity. Every hour you spend on irrelevant things is an hour you'll never use to build what matters. And the worst part is that it's not a problem of lacking time. It's a problem of priorities. You have time for social media, for shows, for complaining, for distraction, but you don't have time to do what you really want. The truth is, you do have time. You just don't have discipline. Time is democratic. We all have the same 24 hours. The difference between those who win and those who lose isn't available time. It's how they use it. Here's the brutal secret. Time accelerates with age. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and suddenly 10 years have gone by, and you don't know where they went. Do you know why this happens? Because you stop living new experiences. Your brain doesn't register routine, it deletes it. When you do the same thing every day, your mind compresses time, because there's nothing to remember. That's why summers in your childhood felt endless and last. Year feels like it lasted 2 weeks. It's not that time goes faster, it's that you stopped living. The solution is simple but terrifying. Break the routine. Do things that scare you. Take risks. Live experiences your brain cannot ignore. That's the only way to win the battle against time. You cannot stop it, but you can fill it in a way that makes it worthwhile when you look back. The third battle, and the most brutal of all, is against yourself. Not against the voice in your head, not against time, but against the version of you that you refuse to let go of. That comfortable, mediocre version full of excuses. That version that prefers the certainty of misery over the uncertainty of growth. Here's the part that hurts. You are your worst enemy. It's not the system, not society, not your circumstances. It's you. You're the one who chooses to stay, who chooses comfort, who chooses not to risk. And you do it because change implies death. Not physical death, but symbolic. Becoming someone better means killing who you are now, and that terrifies you. Human beings have a natural resistance to change. We prefer familiar pain over the possibility of something better. That's why people stay in jobs they hate, in relationships that destroy them, in lives that don't belong to them. Because the familiar, even if it's shit, feels safe. The unknown, even if it's better, feels dangerous. Jung explained it masterfully. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid confronting their own souls. And that's what you're doing. You're avoiding confronting yourself because you know that if you truly look, you won't like what you see. But here's the trick. You can't win this battle by avoiding it. You must face yourself. Look at your flaws without mercy, accept that you've been failing, and decide that today is the last day of that version of you. Not tomorrow, today. Because tomorrow is the favorite word of losers. Winners act today, even if they're not ready, even if they're scared, even if they don't know how. They jump into the abyss trusting they'll build the wings on the way down. You have to do the same. Stop waiting to be ready. You never will be. Stop waiting to have everything figured out. You never will. Start now with what you have from where you are. The battle against yourself is not a single fight. It's 1,000 small battles every day. Every time you choose the difficult thing over the easy one, you win a battle. Every time you act instead of postponing, you win another. Every time you face your fear instead of running, you add a victory. But it works the other way too. Every time you give in, every time you choose comfort, every time you lie to yourself, you lose ground. And the messed up part is that these small battles accumulate. 1,000 small defeats add up to a wasted life. 1,000 small victories add up to an extraordinary one. The difference is not in grand heroic gestures. It's in the daily decisions no one sees. Epictetus said it bluntly. It's not events that disturb people, but their judgments about those events. So what is your judgment about yourself? Do you see yourself as someone capable or as someone limited? Because that perception dictates your actions. If you see yourself as someone who can't, you'll act accordingly. If you see yourself as someone who can, you will also act accordingly. Your identity determines your destiny. So the question is, who are you? Not who you were, not who they told you were, but who you decide to be now. Because you can redefine yourself at any moment. The past doesn't define you. Your present actions do. Here's what no one tells you. These 3 battles aren't fought once. They're fought every day, every damn morning, every decision, every moment. There is no point where you win them forever. Those who triumph are not those who won once, but those who keep winning daily. Consistency is what separates champions from those who only played once. And consistency isn't sexy, it's not exciting, it's brutal. It's getting up when you don't feel like it, doing what you said you would do even when no one is watching, moving forward when everything in you wants to quit. That's the real battle. Not against external enemies, against the part of you that wants to give up every time things get hard. And here comes the part that hurts the most. Most people lose these battles because they don't even know they're fighting. They live on autopilot, reacting instead of creating, surviving instead of living. They wake up, do the bare minimum, get distracted, and go back to sleep. They repeat that for decades, and then wonder why their lives have no meaning. The answer is simple. They never fought. They never faced the voice, never mastered their time, never killed their mediocre version. They gave up before they started, and now they live with the weight of regret. Don't be one of them. The life you want is on the other side of these 3 battles. There is no shortcut, no trick, no magic formula. You have to fight. You have to face the voice that stops you, master the time that slips away, and destroy the version of you that no longer serves you. Those are the rules. They are non-negotiable. And if you choose not to fight, that's also a choice. The choice to settle, to accept mediocrity, to live a life that was never yours. So decide now. Are you going to fight or surrender? Because time has already started running, the voice is already whispering, and the old version of you is already begging you to stay. What are you going to do? Because here's the truth no one dares to tell you. There is no second chance. This life is the only one you have, and every day you don't fight is a day you give to oblivion. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius woke each day reminding himself that it could be his last, and that awareness made him act with purpose. You wake up, and the first thing you do is check notifications from people you don't even care about. That's the difference. They lived with urgency. You live on pause. They understood that death is the price of admission. You pretend you have all the time in the world. The battle against the voice, against time, and against yourself is not something you can delegate. No one can fight it for you. Not your family, not your friends, not a cheap self-help book promising change in 21 days. This requires blood, requires sacrifice, requires that you look in the mirror and accept that you've been failing. And that hurts. It hurts more than any physical blow because it's a blow to your ego, to the image you've built of yourself. But that pain is necessary. Without that pain, there is no transformation. Without that breaking, there is no rebuilding. Those who avoid pain stay stuck. Those who embrace it evolve. Schopenhauer said life oscillates between pain and boredom. You have two options: fight and suffer for something meaningful, or stay comfortable and suffer the emptiness of a life without purpose. Both hurt, but one builds and the other destroys. You choose which pain you carry, because carrying pain is inevitable. Choosing which one is your responsibility. Those who win choose the pain of growth. Those who lose carry the pain of regret. And I'll tell you straight, regret weighs more. It's a slow poison that eats you from the inside, whispering at night what you could have been. That's the real hell, knowing you had the opportunity and let it slip away. Think about the people you admire, those who achieved something real, who left a mark. Do you think they didn't fight these battles? They all did. The difference is that they won more times than they lost. They weren't perfect. They failed 1,000 times, but they kept getting up. That's the key. It's not about not falling. It's about getting up faster every time. Resilience is not taking hits without flinching. It's getting up after every hit knowing another is coming. The weak stay on the ground waiting for help. The strong stand up alone, with broken bones and shredded pride, but they get up. And here comes the philosophical part that will break your mind. You already know all of this. It's not new information. You know you need to move. You know time is running out. You know you're being your own worst enemy. You know it. But knowledge without action is useless. It's poison. Because to know and not do is worse than not knowing. The ignorant have an excuse. You don't. You know what you have to do, and you choose not to do it. That makes you complicit in your own failure. Aristotle made it clear. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Wanting is not enough, we must do. So what are you waiting for? A divine sign? A moment of perfect inspiration? It's not coming. Inspiration is a myth sold by people who never did anything. Those who build empires don't wait for inspiration. They create momentum. They move, and movement generates energy, and that energy generates more movement. It's an upward spiral, but someone has to take the first step. That someone is you. The first battle, against the voice, is won with one brutal decision. Stop negotiating with yourself. When that voice shows up with its logical arguments, its fears disguised as prudence, its resistance wrapped in common sense, ignore it. Don't debate it, because it will always win. It's faster, smarter, it knows all your weak points. The only way to beat it is not to play its game. Decide before it has time to react. Commit in an instant and move. That's the strategy. Those who think too much lose. Those who act win. Napoleon Hill explained it perfectly. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you are, with what you have, and do it better as you go. The second battle, against time, requires something even more brutal. Eliminate everything that doesn't add to your life. Your distractions, your toxic relationships, your destructive habits, everything that steals your energy without giving anything in return. Be ruthless. Your life is an overloaded ship, and if you don't throw out the ballast, you sink. Most people sink because they don't have the courage to let go of what no longer serves. They cling to dead friendships, to jobs that destroy them, to routines that cripple them. They're afraid to let go because they don't know who they will be without those things. But here's the truth. You won't know who you are until you let go of what you're not. Time is your most valuable asset, and you're giving it away to things that don't matter. Every second counts. Every minute is irreplaceable. Use your time like gold, because it is. The third battle, against yourself, is the longest. It isn't won in a day, it's won in 1,000 consecutive days. It requires discipline, that word everyone hates because it sounds like restriction. But discipline is not your enemy. It is your freedom. The undisciplined are slaves to their impulses, their emotions, their circumstances. The disciplined choose their path and walk it regardless of how they feel. Jocko Willink sums it up in one phrase: discipline equals freedom. When you have control over yourself, you have control over your life. When you don't, life controls you. That's the difference. That's the battle. And it's fought in the small decisions. Getting up when the alarm rings, doing the work even when you don't feel like it, keeping your word to yourself even when no one is watching. Those small victories build something greater than you. Now comes the uncomfortable part. You must choose. You cannot read this, feel motivated for 10 minutes, and go back to your old life. That's emotional masturbation. That's what weak people do, consume content that makes them feel good temporarily but never changes anything. If that's what you're going to do, stop reading. Turn this off and go back to your comfortable mediocrity. But if you truly want to change, if you're truly tired of being who you are, then listen. Change starts now, not tomorrow, now. Turn off this video when it ends and do one thing, just one, that brings you closer to who you want to be. Not something big, something small but real. And tomorrow do another, and the day after, another. Build momentum. Because momentum is your most powerful ally. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. Be that object. The three battles are not won with heroic gestures. They are won with relentless consistency, with doing what you said you would do, over and over, until it becomes part of you, until discipline becomes your second nature, until the voice in your head loses power, until time becomes your servant instead of your master, until the mediocre version of you is just a distant memory. That's what separates those who win from those who lose. Not talent, not luck, not circumstances, the will to keep fighting when everything in you wants to quit. Viktor Frankl lived this in concentration camps and wrote it clearly. When we can no longer change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. You're not in a concentration camp. You have all the tools, all the opportunities. You have no excuses, only fear. And fear only has the power you give it. So here is your moment of truth. Are you going to keep being the coward you've been until now, or are you going to fight? Because I warn you, if you choose to fight, it will hurt. It will be brutal. There will be days when you'll want to give up, when the voice will temporarily win, when you'll feel it's not worth it. But those days are the tests. They are the moments that define who you really are. Those who give up on those days go back to where they started. Those who persist walk through hell and come out transformed. And now that we've made it this far, before we continue, I want to present the following to you. Our book, The Formula of Awakening, is now available. Do you feel like there's something inside you that wants to awaken, but you don't know where to start? Then I invite you to transform your way of thinking, and with it, your way of living. Discover who you can become. Start today. The link to get the ebook is in the first pinned comment of this video. Grab your copy now at a great price. With that said, let's continue with the video. Dante wrote it. The path to paradise goes through hell. There is no shortcut. You must go through your own hell to get to where you want to be. And no one can do it for you. The 3 battles are waiting for you. The voice is already speaking. Time is already running. The old version of you is already resisting. Decide now. Fight or give up. But whatever your decision, own it. Don't complain later. Don't blame anyone. If you lose, it's because you chose to lose. If you win, it's because you chose to fight. Simple, brutal, real. If you made it this far, you've already made a decision. Those who quit don't reach the end. They stop halfway, looking for the next distraction. You chose to stay. That says something about you. Now I need you to do something else, something that seals that decision. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Not because I need it, but because you need constant reminders. You need this information, showing up on your screen when you're about to give in, when the voice is gaining ground, when time is slipping through your fingers. Every video is a punch to mediocrity, and if you really want to win these battles, you need that weekly punch. Now go to the comments and write exactly this. I choose to fight. 3 words. When you write it, you will see it. And when I see it, I will greet you personally. It's not a game. It's a public commitment. You're declaring to everyone that you've decided to move. That has power. Words spoken disappear. Written words stay. Do it. And if you know someone who is losing these battles, someone who is trapped in their own head, in their own mediocrity, share this video. Don't keep it to yourself. Information that isn't shared dies. Someone out there might be waiting for exactly this to wake up. Be the trigger. Share it. See you in the next battle.